Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our next speaker, who represents the company Grundfos with solutions which most likely has an impact to all of our everyday lives, whether it is pumping the circulation of drinking water or waterborne heating, or for that matter, anything else that may be pumped. Being the world's largest pump producer, Grundfos solutions are integrated in a multitude of environments and structures, hence controlled by a rapidly increasing number of apps and APIs. Grundfos is highly depending on complete component transparency throughout the value chain in the integration with suppliers to customers. I'm pleased to introduce to you Kim Hyldgaard, Lead Security Architect, who will share with us his reflections on how to navigate this landscape from a supply chain AppSec perspective. Kim, over to you.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, so supply chain attacks, I want to reflect a little on that. I can promise you I'll not have golden solutions for you, but at least I can tell you a little on what we're doing at Grundfos and how we see the world in that respect. So my name is Kim Hyldgaard. I'm a lead security architect with Grundfos. So just for you, Michael gave a small introduction to Grundfos, and as Michael said, we are the largest manufacturer of pumps in the world, and we pump basically water. So we take water into your houses and away again. We are very much obliged to complying with the UN goals 6 and 13. Bringing clean water and sanitation to the entire world is our main goal, you could say. So we were founded back in 1945, where Paul Jensen produced the very first pump, and you see a picture there in the right-hand side corner. And that the reason for producing that was basically after World War II, a lot of farmers had a problem getting water for their fields. And this was the solution to that problem. And he has a quote back then: "The world is full of problems that can be solved in a better way." And this is really the way we live also today when we invent and come up with new solutions. So in brief, there's some numbers here for you on Grundfos. As I said, we're the largest pump manufacturer in the world. We produce around 16 million units every year. And these pumps are of various sizes and used for a lot of different purposes, always centered around water. So for you who do not really know how a pump looked like and how it could look, I've brought a few pictures on the sides of this slide here. So if you look at the right-hand side in the lower part, there's sort of a long pole or rod there, and that's a submersible pump. So this is where you drill down in the ground and put this pump down, and it'll bring you groundwater to for drinking or for watering your agriculture plants and stuff. So that's a submersible pump. On the left-hand side, in the lower part, we have a wastewater pump, which is basically bringing dirty water back to the cleaning facilities. The small red pump on the left-hand side is a circulation pump. So that is circulating water inside your houses for heating. So for your radiators and for your underfloor heating, we use that pump there. Some of the other pumps are for circulating water. Could be in big cities. Could be to do a flood prevention facility where you basically move water around in the city. It could also be for industrial purposes where you would in a dairy, a brewery, or other industrial process facilities want to move water around. So there's a lot of different areas, a lot of different applications, and I will not go through that and bore you with that. But now at least I hope you have seen at least some of the pumps here, so you know how it looks like. So what I'm going to talk about here today, the supply chain attacks. I want to dive into just a little so you understand the side that we're coming from and what we see what we talk about when we talk about supply chain attacks. We have the pump and the controllers, and we have added cloud and services for the pumps. So it helps us improve reliability, make our pumps even more efficient. We have pumps going as low as I think it's 5 watts, so they're really efficient. But bringing extra value-added services on top of the pumping is what we work a lot with these days. So on top, what we call the digital offerings are typically cloud applications where we bring these different functionalities to our customers. And such a cloud application, a digital offering, of course, comes in a technical architecture. And my headline here is simple might be complex, because even though we have a service technician here on the left-hand side who's using his iPad to do some servicing and some monitoring of a pump installation, there's a lot of things that goes behind that. And that is the supply chain. So everything that leads into this entire architecture is what you could call a supply chain, or part of our supply chain. So in the lower part here, we do have the pumps, the circles with the small arrows in the pump signatures. Then you have the controllers, SCADA systems, third-party gateways, bringing data into the internet and cellular network, depending on which technology we're utilizing. Through this network, you can bring the data into the clouds and do have cloud-to-cloud communication as well. So it's a really huge architecture. And this architecture I've drawn here is not in particular specific to our business. This is sort of the way IoT